4-pack. Head to theentertainmentanswer.com.
You need an accurate thermometer to check for fever, a potential sign of flu or COVID. Be vigilant and contact your medical provider at the first sign of fever. Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate in more than 100 clinical studies. Exergen Temporal Scanners are available at Walmart and other fine retailers. Learn more at Exergen.com. That's EXERGEN.com. Exergen is changing the way the world takes temperature.
I'm Alex Berenson. My new book, Pandemia, is the true story about the coronavirus the mainstream media has tried to keep from you. The facts I've put together about COVID aren't secrets or conspiracy theories. They're available in government documents and scientific studies. My only agenda in writing Pandemia is to give you the truth about the suppression of your personal freedoms and the costs of our hysteria over the coronavirus.
The new book is entitled Pandemia: How Coronavirus Hysteria Took Over Our Government, Rights, and Lives by best-selling author Alex Berenson. Pandemia, available at Amazon and wherever books are sold.
This is Dr. Marianne Pinkston. Join me Sunday afternoons at 4 when my guests and I talk about holistic and contemporary health and wellness with a dose of motivational and inspirational guidance too. It's The Better Life with me, Dr. Marianne Pinkston, Sunday at 4 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
The world is constantly changing, but your home for San Antonio's most trusted names in conservative talk is still the same. Listen live on Alexa with our mobile app or through TuneIn, iHeart, or Odyssey.com. This is 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Portions of this hour's programming may be pre-recorded. Sweep the League, sponsored by Sweep the League Radio on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
One is a local UTSA legend and former NBA player. Another is a future megastar as a music producer. While one is just a baseline bum who loves to talk about sports. What do all three have in common? Well, nothing. I mean, they all live in San Antonio, I guess. Sweep the League, sponsored by United Collision Care Center, is on the air with Rudy Campos Jr., Derek Gervin, and Shemaya Reed. You have a problem with that? Didn't think so. It's time for Sweep the League.
Waiting all day for Sunday night.
Hey, this is George Iceman Gervin, and you're listening to Sweep the League Radio.
That can't be Motown vibe, is it? No? All right. I told you one day I'll get it here. Sweep the League Radio, it's Sunday night, 7 to 9 p.m., 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Sponsored by United Collision Care Center, Project Spurs, and What's on Second. Gentlemen, we're back. Now, we don't have a happy producer tonight because, again, the Lions didn't show up. We don't have a happy Derek Gervin because the Lions didn't show up, but he's happy for another reason. Derek in studio, Shemaya on the beats. Special guest Janaea from SBTN is with us tonight for the whole night.
Woo!
She's here. Studio 2, definitely. Studio 2 is in the house. They are at full strength tonight. And the only guy that can get his own theme song on this show right now, The Rock.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
And we got to get into Rock talk later because yesterday, Derek and I witnessed the chop heard around the mall. You heard it. Yeah, you hear the chop heard around the mall. Rocky was red on that chop, Derek. You saw it, right?
Yeah, it took a lot of guts.
We got a long show tonight. We got a lot to talk about. Spurs. Cowboys offense just sucking right now. Defense is good. Spurs trade rumors, we're going to save that. But also the chemistry between the team. Is it good? Is it there? We don't know quite yet. Janaea's in studio. Janaea, tell everybody hi because they haven't heard you yet.
Hello, 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 hello.
Are you going to make us do the UTSA?
I mean, I feel like we should totally do that.
We're going to do that. We're going to do that later on in the show.
Okay, we'll do it.
And we're going to get into some SBTN talk with Janaea as well.
Yes.
But we also got to give her Laker talk as well. Ooh. And then we've got Eddie Johnson. Derek, come get your boy, Eddie Johnson, talking about Tim. There's just a lot to talk about. But first and foremost, UFC last night, UFC 269. We had the main events that I'm understanding was Pena Nunes, Poirier, Oliveira. And we had to bring in the one, the only, the absolute greatest UFC and boxing person that I know, and that's Miss Chelsea Torres. Chelsea, you're back on Sweep the League. I'm trying to get you in studio, but you just refuse every time I throw the invite out there.
I don't.
You are only
No.
saying I'm coming on the phone only. No studio appearances. Chelsea, how you doing?
I'm great, except you cannot be blasting me like that because you know I've never said those words.
I know you never
You
have.
know.
I know you never have. I got to give you a hard time. I always do. And, and that's just the way it's been, even since the podcast days. That's the way it's been. You know me. I got to give you a hard time.
I know, I got you.
So
but the cool thing is I'm actually moving to San Antonio. I haven't put it out there publicly yet, but it's happening.
We get the exclusive here on live on the radio.
You just did, I guess.
Oh, Chelsea's moving back to San Antonio. Guys, the in-studio appearance is probably going to happen now that she's moving back. So
it'll be fun. Yeah, I'll have to do it for sure.
For sure. One thing is for sure that I would have to be in the other studio because you're probably going to kick my you-know-what for all the times that I've given you a hard time. Speaking of kicking, UFC 269 last night, Chelsea.
Yeah.
That was a big card last night, and we saw a pretty big upset, I'm assuming, with the Pena Nunez fight. Do you want to start off with that one?
Sure. I mean, arguably, probably one of the biggest upsets in UFC history. It's debatable, obviously. Probably more in the modern age, one of the biggest upsets since even Ronda Rousey getting upset, by Holly Holm. But yeah, I think if we're going to really break it down, the numbers, even the Vegas odds have Nunez going into this fight at negative 1,100. So that just goes to show that the favors were so largely of Amanda Nunez. And I mean, Juliana Pena came out and did exactly what she said she was going to do. She said she was going to come out and show up Nunez in the octagon, and she did that. She did it by submission, which is awesome. I do wish that, Nunez had probably gone to the ground and tried to grapple more. You could tell if you watched in that second round, she started getting super fatigued. But, Juliana came out with the win, and it was literally the win that shocked the world.
Yeah, and I've got Derek and Rocky in here shadow boxing each other. So I saw the highlights. They were going at it. Both women were going at it big time. Galler was showing me the highlights on that, and wow,
they were beating each other senseless.
Yeah, they were swinging. I mean, it was a slugfest for a good couple minutes until Pena just was able to drop her down, and she gets on her back and goes for that rear naked choke. I mean, it's exactly what I think she was thinking was going to happen, but no one else in that arena thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, that's the word that I was getting. I couldn't see it, unfortunately. I had to go to sleep because I was in the cold yesterday collecting money for the Salvation Army. Rock decided it was a great idea to wear the skimpiest shorts we could find in 40-degree weather. So
wait, so are there pictures? Or?
There is video and picture evidence of all that. It is actually on my social media. So yeah, it's nothing pretty to see, Chelsea. No, it's nothing pretty.
He looked pretty good to me.
I did. I guess I looked pretty good to Rock. I'm getting scared, Rock.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I've ever seen wider legs in my life, Rudy.
Oh God.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
Wait, can we get a shot in on Galler's legs? I mean, there's gotta be close. And he shows us the leg that has the cover on. You gotta show us the other leg. Yeah, Chelsea, there's video and picture evidence out there, but you may want to wear sunglasses, put it that way, when you're looking at that. Speaking of the UFC again tonight, you with the Nunez Pena last night, the other big fight was Poirier Oliveira. What's the insights you've got on that? And then also after that, we'll give you a little bit of rundown on the rest of the card. We got about a minute and a half in this segment. We'll bring you back for the second segment. Chelsea Torres, give us a quick rundown on the Poirier Oliveira.
Sure. So, I mean, the first round was kind of back and forth of just striking exchanges. It was very fast-paced. And then Oliveira did continue to go for those takedowns after that first round. But Poirier did a great job of defending the ground. We know that Oliveira, he's a third-degree black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's from Brazil. Like, this is what they're trained to do. And something to also keep in mind, he's never gone past the third round in in his MMA career at all, he's never gone past the third round. So by the time we get to this third round, again, Oliveira's going for those takedowns, but then he also ends up getting onto Poirier's back, and he ends up going for that rear naked choke also. And that was all she wrote. That's exactly what he needed to get the finish. And Poirier, I know he said he didn't want to get choked out. Obviously, who does? But it just kind of goes to show the level of competition that Oliveira is at right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great night for UFC 269 last night. Great fights. We've actually got 3 more fights that I think Galler gave me 3 more fights. So we're gonna get into here with Chelsea Torres. It's already one segment in the books. How does it go so fast? Shemaya, are you really just like forwarding all this time? Because it goes super fast. Derek Gervin, I promise he's in here. He's getting his voice ready because he's going to talk a lot of Spurs and Cowboys, and we got to get the update on the Buffalo Bills game. I got to get that on the way back here. Rockin' Studio.
Boy.
Oh, I heard it already. Shemaya on the beat. Janae is here. We're going to give her some Laker crap later. Payback time. Studio 2, the guys in there look like they're not doing anything, but I'm pretty sure they'll do rock, paper, scissors here in just a little bit. Shemaya on the beat, Rudy Campbell Jr. Sweep the League. We'll be back.
Sweep the League live and in color.
United Collision Care Center, official sponsor of Sweep the League, specializes in body paint, frame, and mechanical services from light cosmetic repairs to heavy collision hits, as well as fleet maintenance. All technicians are platinum certified by ICAR, the top training organization in the collision industry. Quality and customer service are what their business ethics are based on. Trust is the hardest thing to build and the easiest thing to lose. So let's build a mutual relationship that starts with trust and a peace of mind. Contact Lewis and his staff today, 210-595-6413, or visit them at 6575 Pratt Road.
You've been listening to Sweep the League Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Sweep the League. Shemaya is at Shemaya on the BT. Or what about Chris Galler at official Mr. 300? Sweep the League Radio, sponsored by Project Spurs, the United Collision Care Center. If you want to go visit them, you can also visit us at www.sweeptheleague.com. Hey, sports fans, trading cards is all the hype and it's absolute fire now. Where do you get the best sports cards in town? What's on second? Over on 4177 Nacro Parent Boulevard. Give them a call, 210-590-8444. They have everything you need. Sports cards, basketball, baseball, football, Pokemon cards, sports memorabilia, whatever you want, they've got over at What's on Second. And pick up the phone, call us on the Project Spurs hotline, 210-308-8867. You've been listening to Sweep the League on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Don't turn that dial. Hey guys, it's Sweep the League. You've been listening to Sweep the League. Be sure to follow us on all of our Twitters, at Shemaya on the BT, at Sweep the League is myself. Why not go follow Chris Galler at official Mr. 300, or head over to the website, www.sweeptheleague.com. Again, Sweep the League Radio. Shemaya dropping the video game beat, right? I'm 1 for 2 tonight. I'm on a roll here. Okay. Derek Gervin, Janae in studio, The Rock in studio. We've got Galler and Stats Studio 2. Gentlemen,
Hey.
y'all ready?
What's going on?
I bet y'all are ready, man. We're ready. Studio 2's over there. Galler didn't say anything, but he's asleep.
I'm asleep. Don't
He's asleep. Last but not least, man. Hey, San Antonio, let's sweep the league. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Everybody's ready in San Antonio, as the Macho Man nicely put it. Sweep the league here on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, United Collision Care Center, the absolute best collision care center in San Antonio. Holiday season, accidents happen. I saw one the other day. I hope they called Luis and his staff, the certified techs out there. Their number one priority is customer service. They're ready to get you back on the road in no time. What's on second? I'm telling you what's on second. That Derek Gervin $1 million card. It's still out there. Go get it. What's on second? Pokemon craze is super hot right now. Head over to What's on Second. Get your sports cards and memorabilia as well as Pokemon cards there every day of the week. Project Spurs, #1 coverage from Spurs basketball, whether it be San Antonio Spurs or Austin Spurs. Michael and his staff, which The Rock is a part of it, always give you up-to-date information on everything and anything Spurs related, including the Spurs Cast with Paul Garcia. Check him out across all social media, Project Spurs. We have Chelsea Torres. We're still talking UFC 269. Chelsea, we talked Nunez Pena. We talked Poirier Oliveira. I'm hoping I say that name right because a lot of UFC names, I have more consonants than they do vowels, and I can't really say all of them. The rest of the card, Chelsea, give us the rundown of the rest of the card. Also, give us your knockdown, fight of the night, any info you want to give us.
Sure. Okay. So, well, the officials were that almost every fighter in the main and even prelims won last night have received performance of the night. So that just goes to show exactly what kind of card this was, right? Dominic Cruz was in the prelim, and it was really interesting. Actually, I didn't think Dominic was even going to win this fight, but he did, and he kind of came back. It was through unanimous decision, so he goes all the way. But that just kind of goes to show, hey, Dominic Cruz is back. We saw the old school Dom, and hopefully we'll see him again, multiple times in 2022. And then to start off the night, it was Sean O'Malley. And Sean O'Malley, if you know anything about him, he's a boxer, kickboxer, and that's exactly what he did throughout the entire fight. He actually won TKO in round 1. And then he even said after the fight, this is the sugar show. This is what people come to see. They want to see him drop somebody, and that's exactly what he did. Cody Garbrandt versus Kai Kara France was the second fight after that. And Kara France, I think he really dictated the octagon. He definitely applied a lot of pressure. He was very patient. And then what ends up happening, he gets Cody caught with a big right hand, and that actually ended up winning also in the first round by a TKO. And that's Kara France's 11th win. And if you don't know anything about Kara France, because I know Cody, he's been more of a popular guy in the UFC, even though he hasn't really had much of a record, a winning record in the past few years. But Kara France, he fights with Izzy Adesanya and Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker is actually in his corner. They're in New Zealand. So he comes from a really good camp. And then there was Jeff Neal and Santiago Ponzinibbio for the third fight. That one was okay. They just kind of, went back and forth, went all the way. Jeff Neal ended up winning that one by split decision. So, but overall, though, every single fight was great. I mean, this is the exact kind of fight that even the casual UFC fan would want to see, because it was just, there was not only upsets, but it was just big knockouts, great submissions. And Dana White had even said in the post-conference interview that UFC went 8 for 8 in selling out pay-per-views in 2021. So that just shows that the UFC is on the rise, as they've been the past few years. And it's just exciting to see. It's such a fun sport.
Nice. Thank you for the rundown, Chelsea. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask Rock, can you spell Ponzinibbio?
Oh, please do. And I'll tell you if you're wrong.
Ponzinibbio?
Ponzinibbio.
Poneiizbo?
No.
I was like, I don't know.
We're going to have to take back the gift that we gave you now. No, we're not.
Poniz.
You're looking it up,
No,
dude.
I'm not.
You're looking it up. Stop. Yeah, you're looking that up. No. You're looking it up. Hey, Chelsea, thank you again for the rundown. We can't wait to have you in San Antonio. The studio is always open when you do get back. I will promise to not give you any crap in person, because now you're actually next to me and you will probably knock me out like all these other UFC guys knock out everybody else.
Rudy, I am not scared of you, but I will be there. So you let me know. I'll be there.
For sure. Chelsea Torres, thank you for joining us, as always, for the UFC Talk. Guys, man, UFC, it's a growing sport. It really is. It's getting better and better. I need to start following it more. But I mean, the whole Nunez Pena thing, I just wanted to say that that was probably the upset, I would say, of the night. I don't know, Galler, as far as the upset goes on Nunez and Pena, I mean, how big of an upset was that?
We had some people over at the house, and I can tell you we all had our mouths drop when that happened. I don't think anybody was expecting that.
Was that when they saw me in the shorts yesterday?
Yes.
They're talking about
no, I had that on the big screen by accident. Everybody.
Oh, you had that on the big screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, I'm just now getting back into UFC, so I couldn't tell you as much as Chelsea did, but you could definitely see when she got on her back that Nunes was done.
I got you.
But yeah,
well, UFC, you said January 22nd?
January 22nd, I believe,
All
is the
right.
next.
So we'll definitely, hopefully Chelsea's in town by then.
270.
We'll have Chelsea in studio to talk about that. Michael DeLeon, one of the bosses, is in here. Says, hi, fellas. He says, I'm still in shock that Amanda lost. Gina Campos is laughing. I don't know why. Probably because of the chicken leg comment that you made, or I'm assuming that.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Rocky Pops is in here. That chop that Rocky took was brutal. Way to take one to raise money for Salvation Army. He's got a gift. We gave him a gift. We can't really say on air what it is, but we gave him a gift. So Rocky's bringing home a gift for taking the chop that we'll get into later. And Gina Campos, my wife, says white chicken legs. Yeah, that's pretty much what the description was. Derek, before we go to commercial, man, you've got some family stuff that came up. Nothing bad, but I want to say from myself, everybody at Sweep the League that you're a part of, congrats to your brother. George Gervin, he's being honored by Eastern Michigan, having a gymnasium named after him. Give us, man, this is your time right here.
Wow.
This is your time. Give George a shout out because we're giving him a major shout out. That's a huge thing.
First, I want to give a shout out. As I've told people, I lost my mom. We lost our mom in August of 2019. And wow, 2 years later, here we are looking at my brother coming from Detroit, Michigan. Some of you might not know, George attended Eastern Michigan University for 2 years before he went pro. And they named an arena after him yesterday, the George Gervin Game Above Arena. And I mean, I've cried yesterday. George is not usually very emotional. He cried, and I mean, it's really hard to put in words. I mean, to have your big brother to come from where we come from, the ghetto of Detroit, Michigan, and then to have my brother's name on the George Gervin Youth Center in San Antonio, and now to have an arena named after him in Eastern Michigan University, it kind of just I'm a proud guy today. And I just want to send a shout out to George and just tell him, man, I love you. And thank his family for supporting him all the way. And we did it, Mom. I mean, wow, what can I say?
Tribute big time, man. We wish George biggest of congrats on that. I know when you and I talk about, especially family things that go on, when you and I have talked about it, we have those moments where it's surreal, because with George getting the gym named after him, and you always telling me about when your mom had passed, and everything that's being accomplished. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. You can't really describe the feeling of it. And when you were telling me yesterday about it at La Cantera, where Rock took the chop, we were talking about that, and I could see it in your eye, man. It was like that moment was just kind of you had to take a step back and you had to really take it all in.
Well, he's 11 years older than me, but he's the guy that I grew up with, basically. He used to come to my games in high school. He's the one that told me what I had to do as far as making the NBA. He always told me, he used to come to my games, and if I didn't run the floor on offense and defense, even on a breakaway or steal, he always told me to run the floor. And then I didn't listen at first, and so it set me back a little bit. And then I look up, I started running the floor every single time like he told me. And next thing I know, I'm getting a call from the New Jersey Nets. So I have to give him a big shout out for helping me and showing me and leading me and, pushing me. And he pushed me in a positive way. And you could push people and just push them too far. He pushed me always in a positive way. And, hey, man, he's my big brother, and I love him to death.
Awesome. Big congrats going out to George again. Great accomplishment. I mean, he's accomplished so much in the Spurs organization, done everything he can for the city of San Antonio. Just another thing that he's accomplished here, and I feel it's not even over. I feel as though he still has a lot more to accomplish as well. I think he's going to get 5 hole-in-ones pretty soon now that he's a golfer. That is for sure. Congratulations, George Gervin, on a very, very, very great honor right there for you. Family is very, very proud of you. We're very, very proud of you. Big shout out to George. Sweep the League is going to come back. Derek, Rock, I checked his chest, ladies and gentlemen. He's got little welts on it, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Rock, Derek, Janae in studio. We're talking Cowboys and Spurs coming back. Shmar on the beats. Studio 2, Mark is the winner of the rock, paper, scissors game. And Chris is looking like, how did that happen? Mark's the winner. Rudy Campos Jr. We'll be back.
Young people, if the Gervins can do it, so can you.
Don't let the stress of getting into an accident keep you down. Contact United Collision Care Center, where Lewis and his certified technicians will get you back on the road in no time. They're a 5-star company with over 270 reviews on carwise.com. Quality and customer service are what separate them from the rest, making them the best. Specializing in body paint, frame, and mechanical services, from light cosmetic repairs to heavy collision hits, United Collision Care Center does it all. Contact them today at 210-595-6413 or visit their shop at 6575 Pratt Road. Again, that's United Collision Care Center, the best in the business and official sponsor of Sweep the League.
You've been listening to Sweep the League Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Sweep the League. Shemaya is at Shemaya on the BT. Or what about Chris Geller at official Mr. 300? Sweep the League Radio, sponsored by Project Spurs and United Collision Care Center. If you want to go visit them, you can also visit us at www.sweeptheleague.com. Two Shots Podcast is a fun-filled extravaganza bringing you into the world of sports and entertainment. Joe Garcia and the staff keep you updated on Spurs, combat sports, Dallas Cowboys, and my favorite, everything in Nerdville like Marvel and DC. Head to the line for Two Shots, as in Two Shots Podcast, available across all streaming platforms. No sport is bigger than football here in the Lone Star State. High school football is king on Friday nights, so listening to Along the Wire with B. Damone is a must. Brandon brings you all the latest news and notes, as well as rankings for our local high school football teams here in San Antonio. Cue up the band, get comfortable in your bleacher seat, and tune in for the best high school coverage around with Along the Wire.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
With SRN News, I'm Jason Walker. Some good news coming out of Kentucky. 8 people, are confirmed dead at that candle factory that was hit by a tornado. Another 8 are missing, but dozens more have now been accounted for. Company spokesman says that raises hope the toll from the twister outbreak will not be as high as earlier feared. Officials initially said 40 of 110 workers at the company had been rescued. Officials say now 90 people have been located. 8 are missing. A number of employees had actually left the facility and gone home. The western United States bracing for a major winter storm overnight into Monday, bringing travel headaches and the threat of flooding. Lighter rain and snow falling earlier in the day, and much of the Sierra Nevada will be getting some very heavy snow. This is SRN News.
9:30 a.m. The Answer.
That's easy, Shemaya. That's rap. That's just straight rap. Now you're making it way too easy for me. You got to make it harder, man. Sweep the League Radio, sponsored by United Collision Care Center, #1 collision care center in San Antonio, Texas. Luis and his staff, certified techs. They're going to get you back on the road in no time. Project Spurs, #1 Spurs coverage of the Austin Spurs and San Antonio Spurs. Go visit them across all social media. Project Spurs. Last but not least, what's on second? I just saw a Derek Gervin rookie card in studio. The Rock brought in a Derek Gervin rookie card in studio. And that was pretty real. It's not the $1 million card, though. Not yet. Not yet. It could be, but not quite.
I'll get him to sign it. You never know.
So you got to go to what's on second to go get those cards. I know they've got them there. There's 3 of them out there. So get the trifecta. The triangle is not a triangle of toughness. That's UTSA.
Aren't we doing the Salvation Army again next week?
Yeah, we're going to be doing the Salvation Army, ringing the bell on Saturday at La Cantera again, 12 to 4, but I think we'll be 12 to 2 again.
But it should be a little warmer so they can go look for my card and come out there, and I'll be glad to sign the card.
Autograph. There you go. Autograph session. And you know what? You just got to make a donation. Small little penny donation.
And
if you
we'll do
want.
that
Whatever.
as well. All of us.
For a
yes.
Derek Gervin autograph. I'm going to go find my cards. I know I've got them somewhere. Derek Gervin, Shemar on the beats. Janae in studio. We're getting some SBTN talk here. The Rock is here. Studio 2. You guys okay? You guys okay over there? They're good. They're good. Galler's laughing, or actually Galler's asleep. He's asleep right now. Guys are asleep. All right, guys. We're going to wait for the Spurs Cheese Mix. Cheese Mix is in fourth segment. Cowboy talk here. So the Cowboys ended up getting the win today against the Washington football team, which I still can't believe they don't have a name, 27-20. Offense looked bad, and defense looked stout as usual. And before we get into it, Project Spurs hotline, 210-308-8867. Call us if you want to talk about your Cowboys, if you want to talk about whatever you want, Spurs, whatever, give us a call. But the offense looks terrible. Is that too harsh of a word, Rock? I mean,
No, not. I mean, if you ask anyone, Dak's looked rough out there, man. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, he's not getting those third downs, and I know receivers drop balls, but he's just looking weird out there. Maybe it's just injury, still recovering, but he's lucky that defense bailed him out today.
Stats is the one that told me this before the show, that it looks like the run game is just more terrible than is it more Dak or is it more the run game? I mean, that's
combination of both, it looks like.
But that's what I'm trying to get. If the passing game is going, that opens up the run game. But if the run game is crappy, then you don't have to stack the box, so you can eliminate the pass.
Offensive line could be struggling. It sounds like maybe the offensive line is contributing to the struggle.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Defensively, I mean,
hey Rudy.
Yeah,
Rudy. A couple of the Dallas O linemen actually did get injured during this game. Like they were going in and out, so that definitely affected it. And the other thing too is I think this game showed how important Tony Pollard is to the offense.
100%. I'll keep telling people, man,
Yeah.
I love Zeke, but Tony Pollard is the new A.
They remind me of like a Thunder and Lightning combo.
that's the old Ron Dane,
or
Tiki Barber.
Or he can go with the Pony Express, Dickerson and Craig James. Either, yeah.
There you go, man. There you go. Okay, so and that's why we pay those guys a lot of money in studio too, because they bring up the great stats that we always get from them. But Pollard did make a difference, yes.
Yeah.
And like every typical Cowboy fan, they always make excuses for something. So their excuse is the offensive line tonight, and I'm gonna get crap for that. Oh wow. But so Super Bowl contenders, Janae, I'm gonna go to you. Are they a Super Bowl contender? Because I think you were feeling the Cowboy vibe on your show.
I was. So
Yeah.
I had predicted for the Cowboys to go 9-2 after the bye. They are now 4-3. I did not, although I am Chiefs Kingdom over here, I did not expect the Chiefs to beat them, and they did. I did predict that they would lose to the Raiders. But the Broncos, I was like, you know what? I was excited about the Cowboys before the bye, and now I just don't know. I really don't. Super Bowl contenders? They will make it to the playoffs, and they will win one game. Can I go with that? I feel like that's a legitimate prediction, right?
Are you
like
asking
I'll get
us
past
or
the
telling
first
us?
round.
Are you asking us if they're winning one game?
I'm a little confused too, right? Like I feel like that's a legit. I'm gonna say they're going to the playoffs. They will win the first game. I'm gonna go with that. That is my. But Super Bowl, what the Cowboys that we're seeing right now? Yeah, no.
Okay, so a win today pretty much, I would say it pretty much solidified the division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so. I
Yeah,
think they
for
had
the
to
most
beat
part, yeah.
Washington today to solidify the division. So they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now, one game in the playoffs, I could see them winning one game. But the Super Bowl, for me, I don't see that at all. I mean,
wow.
I'm
And
going
Derek-
with at least 2 games.
You guys are hard on the Cowboys, and young lady, hard on the man. And I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I predicted this year from the beginning that they would go 12-5. And I'm one of those guys that believe when you get to the playoffs in football, anything can happen on any given day. It's styles make games, and it's a one-game knockout. And I think if they have a secure home field advantage, I mean, you never know. It just depends on they might not meet the team that would be that team that would knock them out. So it depends on who they meet. But I think they have an opportunity, just like the Buccaneers and all these other teams. I think the Cowboys are in the mix.
But they're not better than the Buccaneers.
It's hard to say right now. This is what I think. We had this conversation before. They're struggling offensively, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the defense is keeping them afloat. And that's what a champion team is about when you're struggling. I remember Tampa Bay struggled this year earlier.
Yeah.
So it's about who gets hot at the last few, at the right time. So if they finish the season strong, they're a contender just like all these other top-rated teams.
Okay.
Okay, look at Derek being the voice of reason right now. Okay.
That's because it was a Super Bowl pick. I'm playing.
Okay.
That was savage, right?
He's kidding.
That was a savage moment there.
But I do think they could be there. I really do. I've been just watching them this year. I think they're a really good team. They have one of the better rosters in the league. And,
injuries are a part of the game.
So a healthy Cowboys, I think they can compete with any team in the league.
Yeah. Will coaching make a difference come playoff time?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, but the Buccaneers still scare me, though. They do have a good defense, but their secondary is kind of suspect.
McCarthy scares me.
Yeah, McCarthy scares me, man.
McCarthy scares me more than the players because we don't know. Oh, man, we never know. That's the problem is Mike McCarthy.
Well, yeah, I've never liked McCarthy. I don't like the hire.
Well, neither did Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, people have told me, well, there was nobody available at the time. And I called BS on that because you were America's team. You were the Dallas Cowboys. There is no coach anywhere in America that you cannot go get that would not want to coach the Dallas Cowboys.
Lincoln Riley. I thought it would be Lincoln Riley.
Not Urban Meyer?
Coming out of no.
Urban Meyer.
I honestly thought
you realize how many strip clubs are in Dallas?
Urban's might be on his way out the door shortly with Jacksonville. But I really thought it'd be Lincoln Riley.
They had mentioned earlier that Urban was safe.
Yeah, we'll see that. Oh, that's usually your kiss of death.
Exactly. That is. You said that one time. That's the kiss of death. Which one of you guys had Urban Meyer?
That was me.
That would be Gallard.
Yeah.
All right. See how quick stats threw you under the bus.
I said myself. I said it was me. I did it.
Free James Robinson, please.
Yes, that would be good for fantasy reasons. But okay, so coaching.
Don't get fantasy. Here we go.
Stop the fantasy talk. No,
here we go.
If you want to talk fantasy football, we'll talk it in the second hour. We're not talking about it now.
I know. I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, you've been hearing about it all day. No more fantasy football.
We're talking about Cowboys.
Yeah, this is Cowboy talk.
Speaking
now.
of Cowboys, Rudy, remember I told you that they supposedly flew in their own benches for the game, so it'd be more of a home type feel, and I think it was heated seats too, or he did something over there.
What the hell is that about?
Jerry has money.
Hey, you said it yourself. They're America's team. They can do whatever the hell they want.
McCarthy say something? Wasn't he talking? Weren't him and the
McCarthy
coach?
guaranteed to win?
Yeah, he did, and that's when Rivera came back and was like, "Don't get too comfortable."
Wow. Okay.
They only won by 7, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, for a defense that was one of the touchdowns was Dak's fault. It was an interception, ran back for a touchdown. So for Super Bowl, just forget it. Can we just say forget it?
I don't see them in the Super Bowl either, Rudy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only Cowboy fan here, I'm staring at him.
Well, no, wait a second.
You're not a fan of anything. Stop. You're not a fan of anything. Stop.
So you're saying if the Dallas Cowboys against the Bucks if they show up, they're not going to win?
I would take the Bucks.
I'm saying how the Cowboys played against the Bucks. If they showed up like that in the playoffs, they don't have a legit chance no matter who they face.
Yeah, they have a legit chance because, I mean, it's just like Derek was saying, man, it's a one-game thing. Anything can happen.
And it's hard to beat a really good team twice.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
are you ever betting against Tom Brady though? Like
in the playoffs?
In the playoffs, like
that's a good
question. Depending what the point spread is.
You saw what he did in overtime.
What were you saying, Stats? You had something.
You saw what he did in overtime against the Bills tonight. So
I looked it up.
Yeah.
Derek.
What was the score when they played? Was it the first game of the season, right? With 34-31, something like that?
We got to get the stats for
I believe it was
what was the score for
Cowboys.
week 1?
It was
Cowboys,
high.
Bucks.
Yeah, I believe it was 34-31. But
Wow.
if you look at the Cowboys defense right now, isn't their defense a level higher than it was back?
Their defense now is
31-29.
31-29. Okay, so their defense right now is way better than what we saw at the beginning.
That's why I give him a chance. Styles make games.
Michael wasn't really playing,
Parsons,
right?
Yeah, he wasn't. No.
Yeah.
Okay, but now you've got an offense that's sputtering.
Right now.
But you're at the end of the season.
No, it's not. It's 4 more games. That's a lot can happen in 4 games.
An extra hour on the show just for this.
Their O line's got to get healthy if they're gonna.
Okay, so if the O line doesn't get healthy, are we kicking them to the curb?
But you guys got to remember this as well. You're talking about them against Tampa Bay. What if, and I wouldn't wish this on anyone, well, what if something were to happen to Tampa Bay if one of the two of their players in the last 4 games of the week or the season?
Give me the Rams.
Anything can happen. and aren't we in Texas? So
we are.
So I mean, we need to give a little more positivity to the Cowboys. At some point, they're going to get over the hump again, and I think this year might be a chance that they at least have an opportunity to compete, and that's all you ask.
But like I told you last week, I'm not going to ever be alive to see a Falcons Super Bowl.
Well, that might be
win.
true.
Win.
Yeah,
Come on.
you're not gonna be alive, man.
Coming from the Lions guy. Coming from the Lions guys. At least we've been there twice. Come on.
No, didn't I tell you the Lions are going to win within the next 20 years?
You did, and you did say 2043, so I should be alive to see a Lions.
Well, I'm 80 years old. The Lions are going. Yeah, so
we had a Savage thing come up here. We got to get a Savage soundbite somehow.
Rudy. Rudy, both the Jets and the Detroit Lions have been eliminated from playoff contention today.
Well, we knew that. Even if you combine their records, they would have been committed. Jesus. Sweep the League Radio, Derek, Rocky, Sharon the Beach, Sine in studio. Studio 2, having a blast. We're talking Cowboys. When we come back, everybody's favorite segment, the Project Spurs. Spurs Cheeseman will be back. All you music heads out there, from punk to metal to indie, the Chuck Van Show plays the best in real local music from San Antonio and around Texas. Real new music you're not hearing anywhere else. Sundays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on modsnapradio.com. It's the Chuck Van Show.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm Mark the MC, and you are listening to Sweep the League Radio. Before we get back to the show, here's a message from I Am Refocused.
I'm focused, man. Focused.
IamRefocusedRadio.com are proud friends of Sweep the League Radio. With new interviews each week, we are looking for special guests. Do you have a story? Are you an athlete, music artist, business owner? Visit IamRefocusedRadio.com today and send us a message. Now, back to Sweep the League Radio.
Spurs season isn't just 82 games, but year-round. That's why you need to make sure you have the best coverage around at all times. Project Spurs provides you with the most in-depth Spurs coverage all day, every day. Articles, analysis, and live game coverage provided by some of the best journalists in the business. Need more? Listen to the Spurs Cast with Paul Garcia for even more Spurs-related news and notes. Visit ProjectSpurs.com for all the latest Spurs information, or follow them on social media. Twitter is at Project Spurs, or just search for Project Spurs on Facebook and Instagram. Project Spurs, dominating Spurs coverage and proud sponsors of Sweep the League.
Hey guys, it's Sweep the League. You've been listening to Sweep the League. Be sure to follow us on all of our Twitters, at Shemaya on the BT, at Sweep the League is myself. Why not go follow Chris Galler at official Mr. 300, or head over to the website, www.sweeptheleague.com. Again, Sweep the League Radio. '80s vibe movie, Beverly Hills Cop-ish, maybe something like that. I don't know. I'll get it. Derek Gervin, Shimon the Beats, Rockin' Studio, Janaea, myself. I forgot my name. I'll get my name later. Studio 2, giving us all the info. Sweep the League Radio, 9:30 a.m. The Answer, United Collision Care Center, Project Spurs, What's on Second. Coming off some fire Cowboy talk. We may have to get into more Cowboy talk later, but it's the fourth segment. Everybody knows what time it is. We talk Spurs basketball. Project Spurs, Spurs Cheeseman. Rock, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
So, like, I hear about the Spurs, this y Spurs that, y como que esto y esta, pero I never hear about the real Spurs chisme. Dime, por favor.
So the Athletic reports that the Pacers want to go in rebuild mode, and they're putting Sabonis and Miles Turner on the trade market, possibly. Listen to offers. And right when that news dropped, Spurs Twitter went into frenzy, man, with trade offers. So that's the chisme of the week. But but mostly you see the Spurs fans offering crumbs for the Sabonis. You know, they're saying we'll give you Drew Eubanks and half of HEB for Sabonis.
Yeah.
So that's the chisme of the week.
And even at that, they're offering like Hill Country Fare. You got to offer name brand stuff for some of these.
You got to go Whole Foods.
Yeah, Whole Foods. I don't know about the Whole Foods. You might be arguing too much with Whole Foods there. Yeah, the trade thing. And not only that, we also had Ben Simmons come up again because apparently there was a Mark Stein was reporting it basically with the interview that they did with Pop, or the article they did with Pop was something along the lines of he'd love to coach Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons would love to play for Pop, yada, 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 yada. So then that threw Spurs Twitter into an even bigger frenzy because now we're going to get Sabonis. We're going to get Simmons. But it comes down to who in the hell are we going to give up? This team, before we get into the trade talk, Derek, this team's chemistry seems to be getting a lot better. They haven't really been blown out. And last I checked, they were winning against the Pelicans tonight.
Rudy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was going to give you before you. They're up 90-82 with 10-17 to go in the fourth.
Okay, so they're winning against the Pelicans right now. We got to get into Zion talk later because you and I were talking about that. I need to give him props. Well, not props. I need to give him tips because I'm on a little diet kick myself, and he needs to listen to me. Anyway, Spurs talk. The chemistry between the team, all these trade talks and everything. Before we get into that, it's good. I like the chemistry. So, would you ever want to throw this chemistry away to bring in another player or two? I mean, we're kind of seeing what they have on the floor right now, and it's not bad.
But it's still early. We haven't reached half season yet, and I'm worried about after their All-Star break is when teams start ratcheting it up. What I do like the way they look right now. They seem to be the guys that figuring out their roles. Derek White, I'm gonna give a shout out because I kind of been talking about him on the trade block, and since then he's raised his level of play big time.
Speaking of Derek White, he's dropped 20 right now. He's up 7 for 13.
He had 12 points and 3 rebounds and 5 assists or something in the first 14 minutes.
Yeah, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block for 20 points.
Why are you throwing the turnovers for? We don't know about
Hey.
They have to give all the stats, not just the good stats.
If you look at their team right now, man, it's still hard. Do you want to compete with this roster they have right now? I still see them no better than the 7th or 8th seed.
Mm-hmm.
And if you make a trade, for me, it would be Miles Turner. And the reason I say that, I love Sabonis, and we know he's been an all-star. But for their team, I think Miles Turner fits better because you would have trouble playing Sabonis and Poeltl at the same time because they both around the basket. Miles Turner can spread the floor, and he's a rim protector. And we've needed a rim protector since Tim Duncan left. So Miles Turner, and he's the University of Texas Longhorn. So to me, it fits. I think Pop kind of probably knows him a little bit, and I would love to see him come here and play, and I think he would help make them a better team. No matter who they gave up, if it was Lonnie, a few of those guys, whoever it may be, I would hate to lose those guys, but I think Miles Turner could help turn the team around this year.
Yeah, and I have to add, Miles Turner said that he was upset with his role on the team. He wanted to, expand the offensive role, and I feel like you would give up less. You still keep your core of the team compared to what you give up for Sabonis. You're probably going to give up way, way more in the future picks that we could use to help out the team. But yeah, I like Miles Turner too.
I like Turner. I think he makes a lot of sense for the Spurs. I like Sabonis, but I do see if you're going to get a Domantas Sabonis, you're going to probably have to part with a Poeltl because it doesn't make sense to have both guys. But I mean, we know the asking price is ridiculous when it comes to Ben Simmons. I want to just say you probably want to get off the ledge for Ben Simmons. It's just Morey's not going to go down on the price. There's no way.
I was on the video call with Daryl earlier last year, actually, when they made Russell Westbrook the center. basically, and they got rid of Capella. So I was actually on a call with Daryl Morey and a couple of friends of mine from Detroit. Daryl is a hard guy to figure out, man. He's a no-nonsense guy. He wants to stick by his convictions. He's a hard guy to convince. If he wants 4 first-round draft picks, Daryl is kind of stubborn. And at this point, I don't think it's fair for him to continue to be stubborn, because I think Ben deserves to be playing somewhere. If you don't want him, let him go play somewhere, and then you bring in a couple pieces that you can add for your team. If you look at Philly right now, they're just a middle of the road team. If they go ahead, and I think a lot of it has to do with what's going on in the locker room. If you go ahead and get rid of that Ben drama and bring in some guys that can help the team, I think they become a contending team. To have this hovering over their head the rest of the season, I don't think it's good for the players. I don't think it's good for the organization. So they're going to have to figure it out, and they're going to have to figure it out quickly.
But you bringing the drama to San Antonio. Is that something that
he would know? Because Janai, I know you want. I'm gonna be quick. The reason I say no, because they have a guy named Greg Popovich. They know what's expected when you come to San Antonio.
But we have had Steven Jackson under Pop.
But Steven was more of a different type attitude. Steven is more of a fighter. Ben is just a guy I think he would shine here. I think his role, he wouldn't have to score as much. And you surround Ben with some shooters, I think he would do the role. And I think he would love to play in San Antonio. I think the fans will like him here. I just think he'd make us a better team.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that was my question too, Rudy. I'm like, I don't know. Are you gonna bring the problems? Will he be a changed man? So I like what Derek is saying. Everybody knows what's expected when they come to San Antonio. The Spurs are like no other team, and with Pop as your coach, I think maybe they can get him into line. But I would right away too. I'm like, oh, is he gonna bring trouble? So I hear what you're saying, and maybe that is it. Maybe Pop can turn Ben around, and he could really shine here. Maybe.
Is that just his way of wanting out? And I've said it before, I think on other things, like, yeah, he looks like he has an attitude, but he just wants out. He's telling these other teams, look, I don't want to play here. I'm trying to get out. I want to play somewhere else.
They turned on him, man. I was drafted by Philadelphia, so I know a little bit about the team, their organization, and then the fans. It's a hard place to play. They're not a very forgiving city, and Ben is a very sensitive guy. We all know that. So he needs support. A lot of times people bail out on you, and I know he made a big mistake by passing up that layup in the playoffs, but how long do you hold that over his head? I mean, it's done. We're in a new season now. He's still young. He's still an all-star. So you need to go ahead and let him move on and bring in someone else for your organization so we can turn the page and move forward.
I've always said I'm glad I'm on this side of the studio, because you looked dead at me when you said people giving him crap for passing up on that layup. I'm like, yeah, I remember. I gave him a lot of crap. That was me. I give him a lot of crap on social media. I was drunk at the time. Oh, no, I wasn't. I wasn't drinking anymore, was I? No, I don't remember what I was.
I was completely sober.
I was completely sober when I did that.
Oh, yeah.
Rock. The Ben Simmons thing. I mean, the most popular thing is the Miles Turner Sabonis thing. But again, the Ben Simmons thing just creeps up on us, man. What? Can we just let it go?
We're never going to let it go, man, because you're always going to want the Spurs
But
fans.
now Pop jumped into it by making the comment.
I mean, yeah, it's just never going to be let go until we get actually traded. But the way I see it is just like, what are you going to give up for Ben? I know he wants a lot, but are you going to give up DeJounte, who is showing up to be a leader? But then if you don't give him up, how's that going to work? I mean, they can't both shoot a three. DeJounte is somewhat shooting, but I mean, like Derek was saying, we need 3-point shooters on the team, and the only one we have is Doug, maybe Lonnie.
You got Bryn. Don't forget Bryn. Don't forget the quote unquote friend of the show, Bryn Forbes, because I got to meet him.
You better prepare for Bryn to get 30 minutes a game, then, baby.
That's fine if he's scoring.
Rocky, can you envision Ben and DeJounte playing together in the backcourt?
Oh yeah, dude. No one's gonna score on us, man.
Derek White would be the guy I hate to see that I would have to let go. It would be probably Lonnie, Derek White, and Thaddeus Young. But I still say Ben makes the team better. People say he doesn't shoot the ball, but he brings so many other positive elements to the team. You have to at least think about it, entertain it.
Hour one in the books. It went so fast. Coming back, we got more Spurs, more Cowboys. Zanea, SBTN, Super League Radio. We'll be back.
The best show in town, Sweep the League.
Locked On Spurs gives you in-depth access to your local San Antonio Spurs team 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Jeff Garcia brings you multiple weekly episodes to include the ever-so-popular fan episode, giving you the fans' perspective. Download all past or present episodes of Locked On Spurs on all streaming platforms. Get locked in today with Locked On Spurs.
You are listening to Sweep the League Radio.
The Profits Podcast dives deep into sports with your hosts, Kevin and Rashad. The guys deliver multiple aspects of all the sports we love, including Kev's reasons as to why you never pay a running back. Always a great time to be had on the Profits Podcast. Don't waste your time trying to predict the future of sports. Allow the real profits to do it for you on the Profits Podcast.
You are listening to Sweep the League Radio.
Are you looking for the most in-depth coverage of your Spurs teams? Project Spurs provides news and notes whether it's your San Antonio Spurs or the Austin Spurs. Amazing player analysis, game-by-game coverage, breaking news and articles. Project Spurs will be your first source each time. Also, listen to the Spurs Cast, the first Spurs podcast with Paul Garcia, to give you even more news and notes regarding your hometown Spurs. Michael and his staff make it a mission to provide you with everything you need to make you part of the action. Head over to ProjectSpurs.com or follow them across all social media platforms. Just search Project Spurs, proud sponsors of Sweep the League.
You've been listening to Sweep the League Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Sweep the League. Shemaya is at Shemaya on the BT. Or what about Chris Geller at Official Mr. 300? Sweep the League Radio, sponsored by Project Spurs, the United Collision Care Center. If you want to go visit them, you can also visit us at www.sweeptheleague.com.
I'm Alex Berenson. My new book, Pandemia, is the true story about the coronavirus the mainstream media has tried to keep from you. The facts I've put together about COVID aren't secrets or conspiracy theories. They're available in government documents and scientific studies. My only agenda in writing Pandemia is to give you the truth about the suppression of your personal freedoms and the costs of our hysteria over the coronavirus.
The new book is entitled Pandemia: How Coronavirus Hysteria Took Over Our Government, Rights, and Lives by best-selling author Alex Berenson. Pandemia, available at Amazon and wherever books are sold.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Medical Association, and the Ad Council.
Stay ahead of the curve and get the right information you need every day on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Take us wherever you go with our mobile app on Alexa or through TuneIn, iHeart, or Odyssey.com. This is 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Show hosts you trust. Conservative talk that you can count on. This is 9:30 a.m. The Answer. KLUP. Terrell Hill.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Jason Walker. 8 people confirmed dead at that Kentucky candle factory now, and 8 more are missing, but dozens have been accounted for, raising hope the toll from the Twister outbreak may not be as bad as first feared. Officials say many of the employees had gathered in a tornado shelter, and when the storm was over, they left the plant and went home. Major winter storm taking aim at the western United States, bringing travel headaches and the threat of flooding. Heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada. Forecasters say it will be even worse Monday and Tuesday. President Biden will talk to Senator Joe Manchin this week about supporting his multi-trillion-dollar legislative package.
For months, the West Virginia Democrat has withheld support from the president's Build Back Better plan, worried that it's fiscally irresponsible. The president said he and Manchin will talk this week, and he'll make the case that the legislation will help bring down prices.
It has a negative impact on inflation. It doesn't raise inflation. But that's hard for people to think about right now.
Mr. Biden describes the 39-year high inflation rate as a bump in the road and thinks the crisis has reached its peak. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Also at townhall.com, Chinese leaders promise more economic support after a slowdown.
Chinese leaders have promised tax cuts and support for entrepreneurs to shore up slumping economic growth as the country grapples with a wave of bankruptcies and defaults among real estate developers caused by a campaign to rein in surging debt. The ruling Communist Party is trying to keep the world's second largest economy on track while forcing real estate developers and other companies to cut debt it worries is dangerously high. Ken Lorman reporting.
And more on these stories at townhall.com.
You take the time to really get to know your body, you find that the root causes of its aches and pains are usually simple. The older we get, the more exercise we undertake, and the more injuries we sustain, the more inflammation our bodies suffer from. It's so simple. And my answer to that pain is Relief Factor, which I discovered years ago and take every single day to great effect. It helps the body to fight off inflammation, and I've never found anything that worked better in my life. I can't recommend it enough. 70% of the more than 500,000 people who have tried Relief Factor end up ordering more. That's because it works for them the way it works for me. Isn't it time for you to get out of pain? Your first step to becoming pain-free should be to order the 3-week quick start for the discounted price of only $19.95. Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF to find out more about this offer. Feel the difference. relieffactor.com.
Dinesh D'Souza can teach you a thing or two.
They're just chanting death to America, but they seem friendly at the same time.
Where have we heard that before? Well, the first time I really heard it was during the hostage crisis. Remember? Jimmy Carter, in which this superpower, America, is just being humiliated day after day after day. Well, those days are here again.
The Dinesh D'Souza Podcast, available on SalemPodcastNetwork.com and everywhere podcasts are heard.
You let him try violin because you love him. And if you love him that much, love him enough to make sure he's buckled up and in the back seat. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Every minute, news is breaking. Stories are being updated. Lives are being changed. Stay connected and ahead of the curve by taking us wherever you go with our mobile app through TuneIn, iHeart, or Odyssey.com. This is 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Portions of this hour's programming may be pre-recorded. Sweep the League, sponsored by Sweep the League Radio on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
I can't get that one. Is that hip R&B? Hip hop? Hip Hop Anonymous?
Like a smooth R&B.
Smooth. Oh. Galler with the kung
Well,
fu.
listen, that's why
Coming
you
in the
pay me the
clutch.
big bucks.
That's why we pay y'all the big
This
bucks.
is why I go to McDonald's and not Burger Boy.
Look, hey.
Wow. Wow. Are you?
Still haven't seen it.
Wow. You have seen it. You've got the gift card. Don't lie.
There's a new one on Bitters.
Oh, golly.
Hey, I've never been to Burger Boy.
That's even worse, Rudy.
Wow.
That's even worse.
Sweep the league. We are back 9:30 a.m. The Answer. United Collision Care Center, Project Spurs. What's on second? Hour 2 underway roughly. Very rough hour 2. Derek Irvin, Shimon on the Beach, Janaea, Studio 2, Rudy Campos Jr., and cue it up, Shimon, the one, the only.
What the Rock is cooking.
Rock.
He's got to get the
in
eyebrow thing.
Studio.
Going,
We got to get him to do the eyebrow. Can you do the eyebrow? The rock brow?
Please do the
One
eyebrow.
up, one down. You
I don't know how. I'm like,
Just use
The
your finger.
guy.
There you go. Janaea just did it.
There you go.
go.
Okay, Janaea just did it right there.
Use your
The
finger.
brow.
hey, too hot. Hey,
Look, Derek just did it. There you go. We might have to give Derek the rock
Hey,
title.
2
here.
Halloweens
Hey,
ago,
Tobias.
you have to, we're gonna have to pull it up. I dressed as the Rock with the turtleneck and the necklace.
You did?
Yeah, I have it on my Instagram.
Oh, we need to share that out. We need to share that out. We're going to get into Salvation Army talk because we were out La Cantera yesterday. Derek, myself, and The Rock were out there. Rock and I looking pretty sexy.
and
I know it. I know I wasn't. Rock was. I mean, Rock and the eyes were going. Got a bunch of donations out there. We'll be out there again hopefully this Saturday. Same thing, La Cantera 12 to 4. I think we'll be out there 12 to 2 again. We'll get the time squared away. We'll share it on social media. Janae's in studio. We're going to talk more Spurs in a little while here, but Janae's in studio. Ask BTN. I'm trying to hold my excitement for SBTN. I'm gonna spill the beans.
You can't spill the beans.
I'm gonna spill the beans.
You can't.
Why not?
You can't. We can't.
I know it's not my show, but
it's not your show.
But
Rudy, remember the NDA you signed?
You did. You
See?
did sign an
I
NDA.
know.
This is true.
but
Thank you for
I
catching.
signed, but I didn't sign my name on it.
Oh.
So does it count?
You signed Sweep League? Is that?
No, I didn't
but the-
sign. I didn't
is
sign
it-
that. I signed something else
This-
on that.
oh, that we
but
can't
I
sign.
also signed it with my left hand. I'm right-handed, so it doesn't
So
count.
that
I
really
signed left
doesn't-
hand.
Wow.
So she told me right now about a guest she's got tomorrow, and it's not me. I can guarantee you it's not me. Definitely it's not me. But it's a special guest, right?
It's a special guest. Yeah.
Special. Do you
Special-
want
do it one more time? Do it one more time, Shmai? Okay, but you guys got to be ready. So here goes the clue. Shmai dropped a couple clues, but I'll do it.
USA.
Ooh,
We bring it.
Yeah.
We bring
Yeah, I
it.
did. I'm so proud of you.
We bring it on Sweep the League.
Yeah, you got like 20 people here, so it definitely almost sounded like we were at a game. I like it. We're gonna have to record that, and then I'm having to drop on my show because with Shemaya and Dustin, it's a little lonely there. We had to do it twice last week. It was a
That's
little,
fine. So you're trying to tell me the only time that it's ever like lit in the room when you do the UTSA thing is when I'm in there.
basically. We need
Because Shemaya, come on. You've gotta give it up every time, man. You gotta lay it down, man.
You know, Shemaya's kind of a mellow guy, but actually it's really Dustin that messes it up. He's off key and his voice is kind of weird. So
Wow. And Shemaya's just trying to do the whole thing right there. Big guest tomorrow night.
yes.
I'm gonna tell you who the guest is right now.
No, you're not.
I'm not gonna tell
No,
you who
you're
the
not.
guest is
You
tomorrow.
can't.
You've got to tune in tomorrow.
You got to tune in tomorrow. They have to tune in tomorrow. It is big. It is major. Should I give him another little hint?
I don't think you can give him.
No, not a little. No, just okay.
He
We
keeps
said.
dropping it.
Yeah, he keeps dropping it. So you guys know what that is. Like
It's Rowdy.
Oh,
I don't even know if Rowdy's probably not going to say anything,
Rowdy
but
too?
he's going to be on the
Does
show.
he
He's gonna
speak?
flap his.
He's going to flap
He's
his
gonna
wings.
flap-
He's going to flap his wings.
and fly. It is not Rowdy, but guys, you will not be disappointed. This is a big guest from UTSA. Excited, elated. A couple weeks back, we had AD Lisa Campos, as I call her, La Jefa. She's the boss, okay? She is. She is. Yes.
I've sat next to her at our
Yes.
basketball game. She actually came up, walked a few rows up, and sat next to me, and I spent a time with her. I'm glad she's here. I love her.
Oh my
Lynn
gosh,
Hickey, I love you
amazing.
as well. But we did well. When you left,
Yes.
we still brought in a top tier lady.
Yes.
I love the lady.
Yes.
Oh,
Women
yeah.
in sports. I'm like, you running stuff. Lisa's amazing, a sweetheart, very down to earth. She just did the show a couple weeks ago, and she gave us a lot of great clips, tweets. She was amazing. So love her too. But guys, really big. You don't want to miss this. Yeah, I don't even know. I'm just elated, excited, happy. I'm definitely gonna be fangirling tomorrow. So
I'm very excited for you. When you told me who the guest would be, I'm very excited for you.
Support the show. It's another good show. We're all a team.
yes,
here.
we are the
Support.
9:30 a.m. family sports by the numbers, right? Tomorrow, 8 p.m. CST. We will be live on Facebook, live on Twitter, and download the app, guys. Just download the app. If you're not in your car, listen to the radio, download the app. 9:30 a.m. The Answer. And make sure get the San Antonio one because there is, I guess, another one, but make sure it's the San Antonio one.
I
but-
downloaded the 930 app.
Yeah.
And I tried listening to your show the other night, and I'm like,
wait, is this
where the hell is Janaea?
there's two like The Answers. Yeah, people were getting confused. They were like showing me the app. I'm like, no, that's not the app. Like, this is the other app.
Okay, yeah, then that's me.
Yeah,
I went
that's
to,
Rudy.
I
Rudy
went to
doesn't even
iHeart.
know. This is his station, and he don't. Yeah,
I
it's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's you.
sorry.
Put San Antonio in there, guys, just to make sure.
SBTN, Sweep the
SBTN,
League, the
yes.
sports family here at 9:30 a.m. The Answer, huge guest. It's not Derek Gervin.
It's not Derek Gervin. Oh, but we have to
We
get
tried.
Derek Gervin on because we need to put him in the SBTN hot seat.
Well, Derek's actually a little busy on Monday nights,
Okay.
but maybe he can make he can
I'll
make an
find
appearance.
the
We'll
way.
figure it out. We'll
figure
pre-record
out.
it. We'll
Yes.
do something. We got to get him into the hot seat. We do.
Yo,
we do. Anybody, if you can, I'm
Bro.
sure you can beat Rudy. Rudy's been twice. It's
I gotta say this though. Down go the Aztecs. San Diego State. You heard that, right?
Are you- wait a minute, are you guaranteeing victory?
Hey, I'm saying road runners, birds up. Yes, I am. 13-1. Here we come.
all right. I like it. I like Rudy. You and I will be at that game.
Yeah,
We will
I
be
will
there.
be at the game updating scores, live updates from the game.
We'll be
from press row. I'm not going to be able to enjoy the game. I'm going to be typing. I'm going to have Band-Aids all over my fingers, so they're going to be all bloody and everything from all the typing.
That last game, you were like,
yeah, you saw me.
I was like, man, he's over here. I'm like, I just got my phone. I'm gonna do a
Today's
video.
other phone,
He's gonna
just
retweet
chilling.
my tweet. He's over here, but he's like said different things. I'm like, okay. I'm like,
She's-
okay.
Right, you got the video.
I got
That's
the video though,
that's
and I'm gonna do
perfect
the
part.
video again, and
All
then
right.
you retweet my video. We're a team here. We're gonna give
Exactly.
you all the coverage, all the coverage.
All the best coverage from the
Frisco.
the Smoothie Cafe
Tropical
Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl.
Yes. Longest
Can
title
we
ever.
can we get a sponsor? Like, can we sponsor something? Sweep the League, SBTN,
9:30
National
a.m.
9:30 a.m.
The answer bowl.
It's actually
Bowl.
the 7th ranked bowl. It's the high. They had the bowls ranked, and
Yeah.
we did better than some of the teams that think they're better than us. They ranked us, so it's the 7th rated bowl. So we'll only continue to move up.
And that's why I say if UTSA continues on the winning track, they're going to get more eyes on them. The bowl games are going to get better, and you're going to get the national notoriety you've been looking for. It just doesn't happen overnight. I know a lot of people were PO'd about it, but it's okay. It's a bowl game. It's not if you go undefeated, you're going to the Independence Bowl, which is a great bowl, but it's still, not one of the bigger bowls you can get to. So next year, go what? 11-0 start, whatever. You're going to get more notoriety. You're going to get all the recognition you want. Better bowl games. Everything's going great at UTSA for football.
It really is.
When we come back, we're going to get more into SBTN. That hot seat's hot, Derek. You don't want to get in it. Trust me. Rock has the Longhorn update. He's been smiling ear to ear because not only do they have some nice recruits, Thunder Rosa chopped him and touched that beautiful rock chest of his yesterday. When we get back, SBTN, Longhorn talk, more Spurs talk, Salvation Army talk, Sweep the League Radio. We'll be back.
Rudy's worried about me handling the heat. Remember, I got a brother they call Ice.
United Collision Care Center, official sponsor of Sweep the League, specializes in body paint, frame, and mechanical services from light cosmetic repairs to heavy collision hits, as well as fleet maintenance. All technicians are platinum certified by ICAR, the top training organization in the collision industry. Quality and customer service are what their business ethics are based on. Trust is the hardest thing to build and the easiest thing to lose. So let's build a mutual relationship that starts with trust and a peace of mind. Contact Lewis and his staff today, 210-595-6413, or visit them at 6575 Pratt Road.
You've been listening to Sweep the League Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Sweep the League. Shemaya is at Shemaya on the BT. Or what about Chris Geller at Official Mr. 300? Sweep the League Radio, sponsored by Project Spurs, the United Collision Care Center. If you want to go visit them, you can also visit us at www.sweeptheleague.com. Hey, sports fans, trading cards is all the hype and it's absolute fire now. Where do you get the best sports cards in town? What's on second? Over on 4177 Nacville Parent Boulevard. Give them a call, 210-590-8444. They have everything you need. Sports cards, basketball, baseball, football, Pokemon cards, sports memorabilia, whatever you want, they've got over at What's on Second. And pick up the phone. Call us on the Project Spurs hotline, 210-308-8867. You've been listening to Sweep the League on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Don't turn that dial. Hey guys, it's Sweep the League. You've been listening to Sweep the League. Be sure to follow us on all of our Twitters at Shemaya on the BT, at Sweep the League is myself. Why not go follow Chris Galler at Official Mr. 300 or head over to the website, www.sweeptheleague.com. Again, Sweep the League Radio. Let's see. Janaea, what kind of music is this? I need the genre.
80s. That's way off. No,
You're copying me.
I'm trying to be. I meant to give a bad answer on purpose. Yeah, I was trying to make Rudy look good. No, just like
you see, you've got the hot seat.
90s.
We got the music. like hot seat
Did I
here.
say that's what I said. 90s. It sounded like 80s, but I really said 90s. Is
So
that-
Galler's
She said
saying-
80s plus 10.
Yes.
what she said.
Thank you.
So is it
See,
90s?
Galler,
90s, I was right.
He be reading my mind.
Galler's
Galler,
on
why
fire.
why do you know all the music? I need to hang out with Galler.
You need
Like
to
he
hang
got
out with
some,
Galler.
you know, when he was like smooth R&B. Galler, what you doing,
Well,
brother?
I'll
Like,
make sure Stats doesn't tell my secrets, but I've got Shazam back here. I'm just holding it. I'm kidding. I'm just
All right.
guessing.
Sweep the League Radio, Derek Gervin, Shimon the Beats, The Rock, Janaea, myself, Rudy Campos Jr. Studio 2 dropping everything for us tonight. Galler, Galler's just dropping all the music beats and everything. I'm liking this. United Collision Care Center, #1 collision care center in San Antonio, Texas. Hey guys, it's Christmas time. It's holiday time. Accidents happen. Take the stress off. Don't put that stress on your shoulders. Luis and his staff will take care of you, get you back on the road in no time. Project Spurs, #1 Spurs coverage around Austin Spurs, San Antonio Spurs. It doesn't matter. Everything, anything Spurs, Michael and his staff will take care of you on all the details and info. The Spurs Cast with Paul Garcia. Catch it. Really, really good. The Rock made an appearance on the Spurs Cast recently. Go listen to it. Very, very great podcast. What's on second? I've been telling you what's on second. Derek Gervin's rookie cards. He said that if you go to what's on second and you buy the rookie cards, he'll autograph them this Saturday at La Cantera when he's out there. We're going to get into that talk for sure. Hold on, Rock. I know you're ready. But then again, like I said, what's on second? Go get those rookie cards for Derek Gervin. Pokemon craze is huge. Memorabilia is huge. Go to what's on second. Tell them Sweep the League sent you. Janae's in studio. I got savaged at the end there. We're calling this whole thing savage now because Derek's saying he's not afraid of Janae's hot seat because his brother is ice, which means Derek is ice, right?
Cool under pressure.
Cool under. You have not experienced Janae's questioning. I would rather swim in a pit of alligators and have to deal with that questioning again. FYI, one of the questions is randomly because she's like, okay, well, what's your favorite teams? I love the San Francisco Giants, Atlanta Falcons, San Antonio Spurs, North Carolina Tar Heels. Okay, good. Tar Heel question #1. How many points did player A score in the second quarter in 1947 with 4 minutes left in that game? Those are her questions. And it's like, I'm going to help you. A4, B5, C6. Come on, bro. Like, exactly. And I heard that more than anything in the world.
You get 2 lifelines, right? One's usually ask the host, so Dustin, and ask our producer Shemaya, and I tell them they don't know these questions, they ain't seen these questions, so I don't really know if they're lifelines, but sometimes I get lucky. Sometimes you got multiple choice answers though, like everybody has a chance. So far, one person, and let me add, a woman, okay, was the one to make it out of that hot seat. She won back in I think July.
Damn.
So and CT came close, 4 out of 5, and Dr. Lisa Campbell's 3 out of 5. So the women are like showing up. So you men need to come
Why are you looking at me?
I'm looking over at you. You were like one of the first people to.
I held the record.
Yeah.
I was 2 of 5 the first time?
Yeah.
I held the record. I'm
You held the record with 2 out of 5.
Yes, I did.
Oh my
I held it for like
I'm
3
not
weeks.
upset with you.
For
I'm
3
just-
weeks.
Who are the people you questioned before him?
I was the first
You were the
one.
first
Oh,
one.
okay. And
I
you
was the
started
first
off
one.
with it. You started off with a 40%er, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Hey.
Damn,
Come on.
Rudy, 2 of 5. Sounds like you're playing pyramids all over again.
Oh. What is with this? You know what? We haven't even talked about fantasy football. Jeez, because I'm in Janae's fantasy football league, and that was another one that I'm terrible at. Jesus.
2 out of 5.
And she's looking it up. I don't
Let's
need
look it up.
confirmation.
Let's
I
really
really
look
don't.
this up. I mean,
He's been whining all day
we
about his
stop
fantasy
with the
team.
we
wine.
are
Yeah.
in a 14 people league,
Yes,
so it's pretty
yes.
ridiculous.
Oh,
So
I'm in 16, man.
Oh,
A 16 team?
Dude, I had to play the Chargers backup wide receiver today, and Josh Palmer, and he got me 10 points.
Oh, okay. Well, you definitely have us beat here. Let Rudy look. I'm trying to
While
find
she's
his
looking
name.
it up, I'm the only person to be in the Sports by the Numbers Hall of Fame. I was the original guy on the hot seat. I held the record for 3 weeks. I gladly held that record. I basically inserted myself into the Hall of Fame. I will stay forever cemented in the Hall of Fame, which is fantastic. So that's my whole thing with sports. About what is
the bar is low.
2 out
Wow,
of 5.
Shemaiah, true. Very
I
true.
did set the bar
He
pretty
did set the
low.
bar
I
low.
did
He
set the bar low.
He did.
Wait a minute. Okay, you know what? You're a
What did
producer
Shemaiah
on the
get?
show. What did you get?
Did you? I can't remember. Was it 1 out of 5?
You want to talk?
Shemaiah might have. I think it was 1 out of 5.
You're
That's
coming
just as
at-
bad as good as his Lions record.
Oh, I felt that one.
Oh man, I hope Shemaiah comes back. That was yeah, man. All right, look.
Gonna need some ice for that one.
Yeah, definitely gonna need ice for that. Real quick, man. Before we keep going on, Rock, you got the Longhorn update for us. You've been smiling ear to ear. Give us the commits because Sark is actually doing something.
Hey, like they say, Sark after dark, baby. Yeah.
I don't know who says that, but whatever.
That's
whatever.
the hashtag, Rudy. I swear, Sark after dark,
That's
man.
not. That's a hashtag.
Yeah, that's his hashtag, and it's all gas, no
Don't
brakes.
you got to be a winner before you can do a hashtag? Like that?
Hey, there is. If you're a young athlete and you want to see it turn around the program, would you rather go somewhere where you're going to start maybe year 2, or you want to be that person that turns around the program? So, but Sark's bringing in Dylan's players, man, and he just got Quinn Ewers back to Texas. He was originally committed to UT about 3 years ago to Tom Herman. He left, went to Ohio State, wasted a year there, but he got a fat bag over there of NIL money from Kombucha. Then he said, I'm out, because he knew he wasn't going to get the job. But he came back to UT, so UT has their quarterback now. That's why I'm smiling ear to ear. Also, though, since he's coming back, 5 stars are going to start committing. UTSA plays UT next year, so they'll see Quinn Ewers, baby.
Are you really gonna throw the UTSA?
Hey, I'm
UT.
gonna be going to the game. I'll be supporting my UTSA stuff, but I've always been a UT fan at heart. So,
Are you gonna throw horns up or birds up?
both. Man. Oh yeah, I'm all doing it. All right. I'm like, how to do it?
Wow. So okay, so UT back?
I think next year they'll probably go like 9-3 because this is the highest rated quarterback they've had since Vince, and he is like he has like 100 perfect score, like
So-
a relative skill, whatever.
Are they all out on Arch Manning?
It depends. I mean, it really depends. If you're Archie, you're saying, do I go there? Not probably, maybe compete, or do I want the starting job right away? But they're probably out on Arch, I think.
I would say so.
If Archie goes there, the other young man's gonna take a back seat.
Yeah.
Archie,
No,
there's every team in the country wants Archie Manning. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But I mean, it just depends on what the NIL deal. Some players are getting a lot of money, man. So whatever the school's gonna offer them the best thing, they might get them.
Hey, let me say this quickly about Steve Sarkisian, because we talk about people getting second chances. And I'm proud of he seems to have matured from the incident he had a few years ago in the press conference. And we all deserve a second chance in life. And I'm glad to see him get it at Texas Longhorns and to be up in the recruiting to getting these guys that he's getting in. I mean, man, it's powerful. I'm not a big Longhorn fan, but I love all the young people. But I do believe in second chances, and I'm glad to see him holding down the fort at UT.
Does UTSA beat UT next year?
That's gonna be one of the three
That's
losses
what
that Rocky
Stats was
mentioned.
just about to ask.
Rudy, you read my mind. That's what I was about to ask.
I read Stats' mind. He was going to ask.
He's
does
going to ask about the UTSA and UT. Who wins that?
Well, you know what? Let's put the guy on
It's in
the
Austin.
hot seat here, the proverbial hot seat. UTSA, Rock. I mean, you're gonna have birds up on the left hand and horns up on the right hand. Are you gonna wear, the shorty shorts, burnt orange on the right leg?
They say
and-
less. I'm gonna go look for some burnt orange shorts right now.
I thought you said you're gonna wear less. Like you can't wear any less than that, man.
Third game of the season, by the way, for UT.
Third game of the season. Now we know Frank's coming back. I mean,
is Sincere coming back though? It really depends, and they're gonna lose some players on the defensive side.
they're gonna lose some
too.
players. They will.
The receivers are sticking around, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We're gonna get you one of those split jerseys, Rocky.
I'm down.
One that
Hey,
says UTSA on one side.
I'm
and then
down.
UT.
Do we? Okay, so if we're gonna get Rock a split jersey, are we gonna make it where his stomach is visible?
Please.
Oh, like
The
Zeke?
half
Please,
shirt?
please.
Zeke?
I will make sure I have the best six pack
Like
of
the
my
Weird
life.
Science.
I will diet.
You're not old enough, but Weird Science. What was that girl that was on Weird Science that had that half gym shirt?
Now, they got funny. I don't know if we're talking village people here.
Are the shorts going to be half and half too?
Oh, please. I'll rock the same. It'll be like a burnt orange left, burnt orange shorts, and then like navy blue right here. That'd be cool.
I told you that I wouldn't make any of you guys do anything I wouldn't do. So I'm not a UT fan though, but I think I'd rock it with you if you went out there and rocked it.
I'm down.
I don't know about the shorts though.
UTSA UT plays Alabama too. Their second game next year.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough.
So they have Alabama, and
So
then they have the UTSA.
They have
the
ULM
following
as their
week.
first game, Alabama on the 10th of September, and then UTSA on the 17th.
So then I'm saying that I'm picking UTSA for the upset because I think they're going to still be recovering physically from the game when they play the week before against Alabama.
Ooh, that's
All
a
right.
good.
I
That's
like
a
it.
good.
Yeah, that's a good
That's a good.
prediction.
Yeah, that's a good point there.
Look at this. Already looking into next year. We still got a bowl game to come up here. We still got
Hey,
a bowl game,
you
man.
brought it up, Rudy.
I did bring it up. My fault. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to take this break and go back there and scold you now for telling me that.
As long as I get my burger, boy.
As long as you get Burger Boy, Sweep the League Radio, Derek, Shemaya, Janaea, Rock, everybody's in studio. Who cares right now? Janaea's going on my hot seat when we get back.
Happy holidays to everyone.
United Collision Care Center, official sponsor of Sweep the League, specializes in body paint, frame, and mechanical services from light cosmetic repairs to heavy collision hits, as well as fleet maintenance. All technicians are platinum certified by ICAR, the top training organization in the collision industry. Quality and customer service are what their business ethics are based on. Trust is the hardest thing to build and the easiest thing to lose. So let's build a mutual relationship that starts with trust and a peace of mind. Contact Lewis and his staff today, 210-595-6413, or visit them at 6575 Pratt Road.
You've been listening to Sweep the League Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Sweep the League. Shemaya is at Shemaya on the BT. Or what about Chris Galler at Official Mr. 300? Sweep the League Radio, sponsored by Project Spurs, the United Collision Care Center. If you want to go visit them, you can also visit us at www.sweeptheleague.com. Hey, sports fans, trading cards is all the hype and it's absolute fire now. Where do you get the best sports cards in town? What's on second? Over on 4177 Nacro Parent Boulevard. Give them a call, 210-590-8444. They have everything you need. Sports cards, basketball, baseball, football, Pokemon cards, sports memorabilia, whatever you want, they've got over at What's on Second. And pick up the phone, call us on the Project Spurs hotline, 210-308-8867. You've been listening to Sweep the League on 9:30 AM. The Answer. Don't turn that dial. Hey guys, it's Sweep the League. You've been listening to Sweep the League. Be sure to follow us on all of our Twitters, at Shemaya on the BT, at Sweep the League is myself. Why not go follow Chris Galler at Official Mr. 300, or head over to the website, www.sweeptheleague.com. Again, Sweep the League Radio.
With SRN News, I'm Jason Walker. Some good news coming out of Kentucky tonight. 8 people now have been confirmed dead in that candle factory that was hit by the twister. Another 8 remain missing. However, 90 people from that factory have now been accounted for. Authorities say most of them had gathered in a tornado shelter on site, and after the storm, they went home. Well, the weekend tornadoes also causing destruction and death in Illinois, Tennessee, Arkansas, and Missouri. Major winter storm is headed toward the western United States, bringing travel headaches and the threat of flooding. Very heavy snow in the Sierra Nevada. Forecasters say it'll be even worse Monday. G7 powers telling Russia to de-escalate its military buildup near Ukraine or face some sanctions. This is SRN News.
9:30 a.m. The Answer.
All right, who's guessing? Who wants to guess? I can't get it.
Dude, this sounds like 2000s music. Honestly.
Yeah,
What
it
genre? We
is.
can't do the year. I
It
need
sounds
a
like
genre.
sounds like R&B or.
It's not R&B, dude. There's no way. Is
Oh.
it? Okay, he says not R&B. It can't be R&B.
Pop,
Pop?
popish,
Popish? Popovich? All right,
Popovich.
whatever.
Greg Pop.
Greg
Sweep,
Popovich.
Sweep the League Radio, 9:30 a.m. The Answer, United Collision Care Center, Project Spurs. What's on second? Derek Irvin in studio. Shema on the beats. Janaea is about to jump on the not the SBTN hot seat. I can't give her own hot seat because I didn't have time to research all the questions that she asks us on the hot seat. Guys in studio
Not the
too,
Lakers.
Galler and Stats. The Rock is in studio as always. All right. What were you guys talking about? All I hear is Sandra Bullock. I would love to meet her.
Well, we're talking about Matthew McConaughey, the Austin people. Matthew McConaughey.
Bullock's from Austin?
That she lives in Austin.
She does?
Yes.
Who's gonna give us the Matthew McConaughey? All right. Who's gonna?
All right.
All right.
Everybody apparently.
Hey,
Everybody's dropping the.
I need to hear you, Rudy.
Me with the McConaughey?
Yeah.
All right. There
Yeah.
we go. We can all do that.
That wasn't that bad, Rudy.
Yeah,
No.
that's pretty good.
I can do some
pretty good.
impersonations. When I'm drunk, I can impersonate anybody. 100%. You won't know
You were
anything.
never drunk, man.
I was never.
Stop telling these people
Never,
that.
never.
You've never been
Derek,
drunk.
I was in the past. In the past.
Oh,
There you go.
Uh-oh.
I definitely was in the past, but not anymore. I'm 100% clean. Are you buying?
No, because I'm friends with your daughter, and I also see this lady that just came on the screen here, Gina.
You're getting me
Campos.
every week, Derek. You get me in trouble somehow. Every week you get me in trouble, and it never stops. Every single week. All right, Janaea.
All right.
We're gonna give you the Sweep the League version of the hot seat.
Okay.
And I don't know if these questions are tough. I haven't even seen the questions, and I'm going to give them to you. How funny is that?
Okay.
So your teams are, and we're going to do this in great SBTN form here.
Okay.
Your teams are the Chiefs,
Yes.
the Lakers,
Yes.
but yet you're from Chicago.
Here we go.
You've got the White Sox.
Yes.
You've got UTSA.
Yes.
And you give 5 questions.
And I get 5 questions. Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
So question 1 on the hot seat here, and we're actually going to use your SBTN stuff
Oh,
here. So
okay.
you're going to see how
It's
it
gonna
feels.
feel real.
How
It's
hot
gonna
this
feel
is.
real. Okay, I got my water.
We're gonna go UTSA first.
Ooh.
All right.
Uh-oh.
What bowl game is UTSA playing this year, and who is the opponent? Is it A, the Michelin Tire Bowl against the Longhorns? Is it B, the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl against San Diego? Or is it C, the Holy Bowl against Holy Cross High School?
I'm gonna go with B. Oh wait, I gotta hear the. Sorry.
1,000, 1,000. What's the answer?
I'm gonna go with B, Rudy.
B. And I'm not going to wait till the end. B's right. B's right. You
Okay.
got that one right. So good job on that. That was a warm up. Okay,
was
we're gonna
warm.
go. We're gonna go to Kansas City Chiefs here.
Here we go.
All right. So for Kansas City, who was the quarterback drafted from Texas Tech? Is it A, Patrick Mahomes? Is it B, Donovan McNabb? Is it C, Roger Starbuck?
1,000, 1,000, 1,000. What's the answer?
I'm gonna go A.
You're the guys in the
Patrick
back.
Mahomes.
Hey man, what's Starback? Who's Starback?
I said Starbuck.
Starbucks or what?
I said-
Starbucks.
No, I said Roger Starbuck.
Stallback.
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 Is it Buck or Back?
Bach. Staubach.
Staubach.
Roger
Well, he's saying Bach.
Boy, it's Staubach. That's how it's spelled Bach, but it's Roger Staubach.
How do I get the
Starbuck.
trumpet
Starbuck.
on
Roger
me?
Staubach.
It's like
I
it
said
should
Staubach.
be. It should be BACK, but he spelled
It's
it with a C.
BACU, right?
Yeah,
Or
that's-
BACH.
It's
Roger
spelled
Staubach.
BACH, but it's pronounced Roger Staubach.
That's what I said. You said Starback.
I
Starbucks.
said Starbuck.
Starbucks, whatever.
Hall of Fame.
Close
It's a
enough?
coffee place. Who cares?
So this young lady's 2 for 2.
She's
huh?
2 for 2.
I
See,
am. Ooh.
she's getting these questions right. This is the way a hot seat should be.
Are these last 3 questions gonna be a little tougher? Because I know Staubach where he went to school, and I know what Donovan. So I'm assuming Janaya, she knows it as well.
We're gonna try to make it
A little bit hotter. Okay, so I'm 2 for 2. I like it.
Okay, so for White Sox,
Ooh.
name me the player with the initials PK who played for the San Antonio Missions. Is it Frank Thomas? Is it Jack McDowell or is it Paul Konerko?
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. What's the answer?
We're gonna go with C, Paul Konerko. I almost wanted you not to give me the answer so I could just say it because right away I was like, okay.
All right, see, she's
but
3 for 3.
let's see.
She loves this hot seat.
I love it. This is the
She's doing
best.
better than you already.
She's way better than
not
me on the
even
hot seat
sweating,
here.
not
She's not even sweating. All right, Lakers talk here.
Uh-oh.
This is your Laker
this is the
question.
pressure, I feel.
All right, Laker question. Derek, do you have a Laker question for her?
Oh,
I'll let you come up with that.
Oh,
All right.
oh, it's about to get real.
Yeah, we got to get her one wrong here somewhere.
I
'cause
know
my-
she's kind of young, so I'm hoping this is a fair question.
No.
Debbie
She
Allen.
took me back to like 1920 on mine. So we're good.
Debbie Allen from Fame
Oh my God.
was currently married to a former LA Laker. Do you know who that player would be? He was a point guard for the Lakers.
You got to give her 3 choices now.
The choices would be Byron Scott, Michael Cooper, or Norm Nixon.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. What's the answer?
I'm gonna go B, Michael Cooper.
Norm Nixon.
I
She got
should
one
have.
wrong.
I should have. I was kind of like, that's a different name, but I'm like, no, maybe it's a more Michael Cooper. I
He
did
was
not know
actually
that.
one of their star guards before they brought in Byron Scott. He was a very, very good player.
I knew it wasn't Byron Scott. I knew that. I
Very
was
good
like,
player in the backcourt with Magic Johnson.
Norm Nixon. All right, so we got one question left.
Three out of
Stats, Galler, Rocky, it's y'all's question if y'all want to ask her one. Anybody?
I'll let Stats do it. Stats or
No,
Galler?
don't look at me. I could not ask.
Stats
you
or Galler,
anything.
man.
Don't look at me, man.
All right, so y'all are looking at me and Derek then. Okay, so she right now is what, 3 or 4?
Give her a bowling question or something.
Oh, bowling.
Hey,
All right,
Hey.
bowling. There-
I was on the bowling team in high school. I'm no expert like you, no professional, but I was on the bowling team in high school.
Galler may have a
Uh-oh.
problem with that because he's way better than I am.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
yes.
a real professional.
He is a real professional.
I used to be, yeah.
Used to be.
Used to be out on tour.
Me too.
Oh,
Regional.
Rock too.
Oh.
Rock, I found out Rock was a bowler.
oh man.
Really?
I bowl. Hey, I bowl with 2 hands.
Two hands.
I mean, for real.
So you
So,
cheat.
are
You're
you
a
got-
cheater.
are
No,
you guys-
I'm like that PBA bowler I showed you.
It doesn't matter. It's
Oh,
cheating.
my
I still think 2
Rudy,
hands is cheating.
Rudy, I got a quick question for you since you're a bowler. I
Oh,
know
come
you guys,
on. It's not my
No,
hot
just-
seat,
No,
man.
I'm just asking. Are you guys familiar with Earl Anthony?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the greatest, if not the greatest bowler to ever live.
Well,
Left-hander,
Yeah, well, there you go.
buzz cut, everything. All right, Janae.
Okay. Uh-oh.
We're gonna give you a bowling question. All right, let's
Take
see.
me back to my high school days. Okay.
Oh, let's see. All right. Yala, you're the one that brought up a bowling thing. Why don't you ask a bowling question?
Because it'd probably be too easy. You got it.
All right. So bowling wise,
Don't overestimate my bowling
if
knowledge.
you Jesus, if you get the back 11 strikes,
Oh.
what would your score be? Would it be 280, 270, or 290?
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. What's the answer?
Considering you got to spare the first frame, I had to throw that in.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. Was A 280? C was 290, right? Let's go C.
290?
Yeah. And
Yeah, she's right.
oh! I need the claps. Shemaya.
Four out of 5.
Thank you. Thank you.
4 out of 5. So
4 out of
you
5 ain't
you got
bad.
4 out of 5. You are officially a Sweep the League Hall of Famer.
Woo!
Nobody will ever be in the Sweep the League hot seat again. That is it.
That was a pretty good question, Rudy.
That was a really good question.
See, I was gonna say, how many strikes are in a perfect game, but
You would know that, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that was.
How many was it? Bonus question.
How many?
Wait, I 10?
How many?
10? Oh, she said 10.
No.
I know that. 12.
12. 12. As soon as I said 10, I said 12 because I was like, oh, the last frame. 1, 2, 3.
I think I'm gonna have to send the jacket back. I don't know about the
I
Hall of Fame.
No, take it off. 10. I said 10, 12. I said 10, 12. No.
10, 12. You can only take one of the.
I was like, wait, 10,
answers.
12. I was like, wait, the third frame. So look, it's been a while. High school. That was a.
There's the most you can get is 12 strikes in one game. So
We
yeah.
can
So
have a
that's why
Sweep
my
the League
bold-
bowl-a-thon. Let's do this.
We should. We need to have an event. I want us to
we'll
totally
do
have an event. We need to plan something else.
We'll do an event.
We need to.
Let's sweep the league. SBT.
Hey, let me tell the people quickly, and this is I'm joking a lot, and I joke, but these guys have actually bowled 300 games, and wow, I've told Rudy the first time I heard that, you talk about impressive. I mean, that's really, really
You're
impressive.
so good, Rudy.
300 game, and that's man, it doesn't happen very often.
I'm gonna give you my count. How many of you have you bowled?
Oh, I never bowled a 300.
No?
No, I'm not that good. I just bowl for fun. Most I ever
Okay.
bowled was like 200.
So
You're like me. Then,
so you've
right?
got like sanctioned and you got like non-sanctioned. Overall, I've shot in 30, but that's nowhere near what Galler's
Is that
doing.
you counted sanctioned and non-sanctioned?
Yes.
I'll just give you
sanctioned.
my sanctioned. It's over 30.
Well, give us the
sanctioned.
number.
I don't know what it is. I honestly don't. It's maybe 35.
35.
I honestly
300
don't know. I'd have
Are
to
you
count them.
serious?
And
Wow.
okay, so that's sanctioned.
How many 800 sanctions? 800? It's close to 20, if not over 20 800s.
Yeah. see,
For 3
so-
games. That's for 3 games.
So he'll have to bowl on a couple of lanes down from us.
Dibs on Galler on my team.
Yeah. What does that mean though? Like sanctioned and non-sanctioned? Like
Okay, so sanction, real quick. Sanction means that you did it in a league play or tournament,
sanctioned
like
tournament. Yeah.
sanctioned tournament, so you get recognition for it. Non-sanctioned is there's tournaments and some
practice or
leagues or practice that you throw it in that doesn't count.
And Rudy,
Oak Hill.
Rudy, those
Yeah.
perfect games are not including tournaments. Those are just the ones that are on bowl.com.
Dude, we know you're good. Why do you keep?
Well, I just like to rub it in your face.
He said bowl.com.
Bowl.com.
Hey, that's USBC's.
That's the website.
That's the website.
Bowl.com.
Hey, is it at the UTSA bowl game? Bowl.com.
Well, all right. We're going to have to head into the last commercial break here at Sweep the League with Galler raising his head up high, knowing he is the most prolific bowler in
I'd let you
Sweep
get
the
that
League.
one too on Tuesday night. Just
I did beat him a
I
few
let you have
Tuesdays
that
back.
one.
I did beat him pretty
was
bad
feeling a little
too.
off that day.
So for sure. When we come back, we're going down the rabbit hole, Spurs rabbit hole. Guys in studio 2 have a question for Derek Gervin to answer about Ben Simmons. Be sure to stay here. Sweep the League Radio, 9:30 a.m. The Answer. I'm gonna go through all the names. Shemaya, Janae, Derek, Rocky, Studio 2, Rudy. Who am I missing? Oh, there's a guy in the other studio. Him too. Everybody. Sweep the League Radio. We'll be back.
So what?
All you music heads out there, from punk to metal to indie, the Chuck Van Show plays the best in real local music from San Antonio and around Texas. Real new music you're not hearing anywhere else. Sundays at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on modsnapradio.com. It's the Chuck Van Show.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm Mark the MC, and you are listening to Sweep the League Radio. Before we get back to the show, here's a message from I Am Refocused.
I'm focused, man. Focused.
IamRefocusedRadio.com are proud friends of Sweep the League Radio. With new interviews each week, we are looking for special guests. Do you have a story? Are you an athlete, music artist, business owner? Visit IamRefocusedRadio.com today and send us a message. Now, back to Sweep the League Radio.
Spurs season isn't just 82 games, but year-round. That's why you need to make sure you have the best coverage around at all times. Project Spurs provides you with the most in-depth Spurs coverage all day, every day. Articles, analysis, and live game coverage provided by some of the best journalists in the business. Need more? Listen to the Spurs Cast with Paul Garcia for even more Spurs-related news and notes. Visit ProjectSpurs.com for all the latest Spurs information, or follow them on social media. Twitter is at Project Spurs, or just search for Project Spurs on Facebook and Instagram. Project Spurs, dominating Spurs coverage and proud sponsors of Sweep the League.
Hey guys, it's Sweep the League. You've been listening to Sweep the League. Be sure to follow us on all of our Twitters at Shemaya on the BT, at Sweep the League is myself. why not go follow Chris Galler at official Mr. 300 or head over to the website, www.sweeptheleague.com. Again, Sweep the League Radio. Band vibe. Hip hop? Really?
2000s.
Smooth. Shania.
Hip-hop.
Shania's always on the beat. Oh,
He is always on the beat. Shemai on the beats, Derek Gervin, Rock in studio, Janaea in studio. I don't know why I said Rock in studio. He's always in studio. He's always here. Guys in studio too. Myself, Rudy, I guess. Yeah, just call me whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Sweep the League Radio, 9:30 a.m. The Answer. United Collision Care Center, Project Spurs, What's on Second. Thank you guys very much for powering the show. All three of you guys, we love y'all very, very much. Thank you so much for helping us out here at Sweep the League Radio. Real quick, going down the rabbit hole. So when I was in Studio 2, getting all the grief from those guys, one of the commercial breaks, they were bringing up something on the Ben Simmons thing for the Spurs. So we're going to go down the rabbit hole, the Spurs rabbit hole here. In regards to Ben Simmons, I think it was Stats that had the question. Is Stats back?
Stats is here, but he's getting set up.
Stats is getting set up. All right. No,
no, it's here. We got it. No,
it's here.
It's
here.
Wow.
Very nervous.
It's here.
I'm jumping out the window.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So basically, what we were discussing, the whole Ben Simmons thing, and how it's obviously looks bad on him. It looks like he's creating all this drama he doesn't want here. From a former player, like, how does a player go about wanting to be traded, but the team is basically holding him hostage, as you said, and won't let him go? And then in turn, it almost seems like they're turning the fans against Ben Simmons, like he's the problem. He's the one that doesn't want to play, even though Ben Simmons is like, hey, I want out of here, but you guys aren't letting me go. Like, is he just has to wait till his contract or hope somebody comes up with a good trade?
And Derek, this also ties into what you were saying earlier about how Morey was very strict on what he wants and like as far as trade and what he's expecting back. So of course with those circumstances it doesn't help Ben. So we just wanted to hear your take on like
what does a player do?
Yeah.
Well, and Ben's, I'm gonna say that I honestly think that Morey is trying to set a precedent for the NBA. They're not going to cave into a player, because once you do it now, it opens up a Pandora's box for other people to start doing it year after year after year. I think Ben handled it the wrong way. I kept saying, even on Facebook, that I thought the right thing to do was for him to show up and practice with the guys and whatever, and they could still have you on the trading block. But we're out there trying to show kids how to do things the right way. And me being a former player, I think you don't ever disrespect the league. And I think, Ben got some bad advice. I said sitting at home is not going to solve the situation.
Right.
So you come out and you still got to be professional about it. And I think he should have showed up, talked to the players, had a meeting with them in the locker room. And I think Daryl is just saying, we're not going to give in to you. You're not going to have your way.
So
go ahead.
I'm sorry, Derek. No, I didn't mean to. So do you think if he would have handled it, this is a what if situation, if he would have handled it like you're saying, would he have been gone already?
Yes, because I think he would have been in their good graces and they wouldn't have mind. They wanted to see him happy. At this point, I don't think they care about making Ben happy at all.
Okay.
So it's not about Ben anymore. It's about the team and the guys they have in the locker room. If you notice, Doc Rivers won't even address the Ben Simmons situation anymore. He's moved away from it. He's only dealing with the players that are there, being true to the team. And I just think Ben handled it the same. It's kind of like Kyrie Irving. Same situation.
Okay.
Kyrie could have handled things better. And Ben, hopefully this is a learning process for Ben. Ben, I've always looked at him as being kind of arrogant, even when he came out of college. And what he's done now, he's made it pretty much that he's above the team. And I think that's the biggest problem. So I'm still hoping that eventually they'll let him go somewhere and play and go to another team. But I think if he'd handled differently, yes, he would already be.
That was
gone.
my next question: is like, how long do you think this will last? He's just going to have to wait till
Is Philly okay with having the drama?
They
just
want
stuck around.
Well, right now, I don't think his value is as high because he hasn't been playing, and that's what Ben doesn't understand. when his value was high, that's when I would have showed up. And then they would have went ahead and traded him. Philly, both sides would be happy. Right now, Ben just wants himself to be happy. And he's got to remember, it's about the organization. Philadelphia is trying to do what's best for them. They don't want to put themselves behind the 8 ball. So they're going to, unless they get the right deal, and I'm not saying it's going to be 4 first-round draft picks or anything. I think that's nonsense. But I don't think that was ever Daryl Morey's plan from the beginning. But they do want something in of value in return and something that they can move forward with. And I really believe that.
That's some good insight there. That's why I love having Derek here, because he gives us that insight that we don't normally get at all. I mean, being a part of the game. But great question, guys. I appreciate y'all asking that. You know, going down the rabbit hole for the Spurs. I want to give Derek some opportunity here at the end to promote a basketball camp that he's got going on. But we got to talk Salvation Army. Rock, I've waited a while here. How's the chest?
Chest feels good, man. I mean, Thunder Rosa's a heck of a woman for doing what she did. Honestly, I didn't expect it to be that hard. Like when she did it, it stung for like a good 30 seconds, and then it kind of just went away. But when I left the mall, I was like, damn, this thing hurts, man. This thing hurts. But when I went to a wedding later, it was fine. You know, I checked on this morning. It has a little bit red welt, but dude, that I didn't realize it when after your wife had sent the picture. Like I saw it was red, and I looked in the mirror when I went home. I was like, damn, it is red.
Hey, Rocky, after I shook her hand, I was like, I don't know if my name is Derek or Derica. I don't know who had the stronger hand. I think her handshake was a little stronger than mine.
Hey, I got the video, and man, that slap just, oh man. And Rock was like, you know what? She's not gonna lift my shirt, right? I said, I don't know. I don't think so. No, Rock's like, okay, I'm ready. So he gets ready. She lifts that sweater up, and I see Rock just start clinching.
Yeah,
I
was telling Stats earlier, man. I was like, when she did it, Stats like pointed out I didn't like bite my shirt or anything. I was like, in my head, I was like, I'm just gonna take this, man. I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm just gonna do it. And then like I didn't want to fall or anything because I just took it and I was like, it was more like you get mad when you get pain. You're like,
You didn't want to oversell it.
Yeah.
It looked like when you do your fingerprint. You can see
That
the
was
whole
the
the
thing.
thumbprint and everything.
I got her identity on me forever now. So I'm Thunder Rosa.
Oh yeah.
Let's get it in.
Did you see the picture, Janaea?
I did not.
Okay, after the show, we're
I
gonna
gotta
show
see
you that
this.
picture.
I gotta see this.
It literally was her handprint. I mean, if you can imagine the redness of a tomato, of a handprint on his chest.
Yeah.
I mean, he took it like, oh, no big deal, no big deal. And then we were like, hey, how does it look? And he lifts it up and he's like, oh, it's fine. He lifts up his shirt. Derek, myself, and my wife were like, oh my God, Rock. He's like, what? Let me take a picture and show you this. Like, holy cow,
It was probably red as a sweater I wore.
Wow.
Oh man, I have to say, I did bring you a gift for that. You are a champ. I could not take that chop. I felt for you on that. I saw it happen. I was like, oh my God, man.
Hey, but Rudy, remember when we talked about Galler's the next one that's going to do a
Galler,
big man?
that was determined at La Cantera. We had a sweep the league meeting, emergency meeting between myself, Derek, and Rocky. We tried to contact Galler, Stats, and Shemaya, but they didn't contact us back. So it's been said that the next bit has to be with Galler somehow. So we're gonna come up with something like that. So
Somebody get in the ring with somebody or what?
Oh,
I'll take a few bumps with somebody.
Oh, hey, I suggested to Rudy. I don't know if it's true, but I suggested you get body slammed. And Rudy's like, well, maybe we'll put him through a table. I was like, I don't know about that, Rudy.
I did say the table, but you know what? Before we go into that, Derek, I want to give you a chance here. You got a camp coming up.
I want to tell everyone, yes, I'll be doing a camp, AAU program that I'm working with. It's not the program that I'm actually with. I'm partnering up with a friend of mine that used to go to UTSA with me, named Ernie Leha. So I want to thank Ernie Leha and Richard DeLeon. We're going to be doing a camp from December the 20th to the 23rd. So we'll be from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. The price is only $25 a day or $100 for the 4 days. And I think it would be a great time for the young people to come out. I like to do drills, but I also like to play and go up and down the floor. but I also like to talk about life skills and try to get the young people. This is our future, and I'm big on the young people, and I just like them to come out and support, and we can sit down and have a good conversation. They can ask me questions, and I'm just proud to be part of this. Anything I can do out there for the young people. So the dates will be December 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd at Lutheran High School out on Babcock, out past UTSA. I'm hoping if you have free time, you'll bring your young people out, and I welcome you out there.
Thank you, Derek, for that, man. Hey, camp
Rudy,
out
real
there.
quick before you get off.
You got
I
5
know
seconds.
Yeah. 24-21 at the or getting ready to be half for the Chicago is up.
My fantasy season's over. Who cares?
I'm just letting you know for our fans. And the Spurs won 112-97.
Yes. All right. Derek's got the camp coming up tomorrow. SBTN special guest. Tune in 8 to 9. Derek's got Rick Barry coming on his show in a week or so.
On the 20th of December. 20th of December,
20th
on
December.
Facebook Live. Rick Barry. Yes,
Sweep the League
sir.
Radio. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next week.
Have a great night, everyone.